Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, a local attorney, and what you're about to watch is pretrial. Now, pretrial is the third court event in the process towards resolving a criminal case. The first was first appearance, the next was arraignment. Now we have pretrial to determine if the case is ready to proceed to docket day and potentially trial, or if it can't be worked out through plea or even dismissed. At pretrial, though, facts are not as important as they are in other hearings. In this case, it's procedural. The judge is going to bring in their entire docket to make sure that the attorneys are doing what they need to do to get the cases towards a just conclusion. Some of the cases you'll see are older, some are newer. On the older ones, you may see some tension as the judges are trying to make sure the cases are moving forward, but the stakes are getting high. So that's what pretrial is. Let's go see what happens.
George, that'll be, you'll have company for that. You have Fox News will be your phone. That's a big one.
If I let it.
That's one, I mean, it mirrors the George Floyd case.
Yeah, that'll be high profile.
Yeah. Good.
Great. Viewers, that's what I need, buddy.
All right, the circuit court is now in session. The Honorable Terrence Ketchell presiding.
Good morning, we're here on our June 12 pre-trial. Begin with Mr. Sanders.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Rusty Sanders on behalf of Justin Bolton in 23 CF 723. I have a written plea to a misdemeanor. May I approach with the signed agreement?
You may. Okay. Very good. Is that your only case today?
No, sir. The next case I have is State of Florida versus Russell Ellis. Mr. Ellis is present at 23 CF 658, Ellis with an E.
Very good.
And we're working on the case, still in the process of exchanging discovery and requesting a first continuance.
Very good. The court will grant continuance. This is the first continuance request. We'll continue it until August 14th.
Thank you very much. The next case I have is State of Florida versus Asher Hallmark. Hallmark 23 CF 196. There's a co-defendant in that case. William, I can't have that on my list.
What's the case number?
23 CF 196.
And the name of the defendant?
Asher Hallmark.
Are you attorney? Okay, go ahead.
And we're asking to set this on a subsequent pretrial date so that Mr. Hallmark can enter into a pretrial diversion program.
Very good. State okay with that?
Yes, Judge, space green.
And then there's a
Court will
code.
continue this case, the pretrial to the next pretrial on August.
There's a co-defendant, yes, sir, in that case, William Christian Hansen. Ms. Kendra Condon represents Mr. Hansen.
Okay.
That's 23 CF 223. And Ms.
Hold on. Okay, Ms. Condon,
Yes, Your Honor, we'd ask for a continuance as well.
same thing.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll continue until, again, 8/14.
That's all we have. May I be excused?
You may, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Gilbert.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Hold on. Go ahead.
Michael Gilbert representing Christopher Bates in 20 CF 787 of the waiver on file, and we are still awaiting an offer and depot dates.
Judge, it sounds to me like Mr. Gilbert is just arranging depot dates, so to the extent he's asking for a continuance date, the state is not objecting.
So we've asked for these for the past year, Your Honor.
I'm covering for Ms. Endler. I'm unaware procedurally, but I was asked this morning for what Ms. Endler's legal assistant's email address and contact regarding depot date. So I'm unaware. Regardless, I'm not objecting if Mr. Gilbert is requesting a continuance today.
Are you all planning on providing?
It looks to me like there was a proposed plea that was made. We've rejected the possibility of a probationary plea in this case, so we're
We've been awaiting an offer on this. I was informed as I walked in through the stand-in that.
Are you planning on making an offer as a state? I mean, as a general rule, they do. Are you planning on doing that?
It seems likely that an offer will be made in this case.
We're not required to, so, but we do need to get depositions. How many depositions?
40. Yes, Your Honor.
We need 40 depositions.
Correct.
40.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the state's been aware of this for a long time.
Okay, we'll start making it.
Absolutely, we're ready.
Okay. Well, counsel, if you can't file a plea, you can do it after today's hearing. If you can't start doing that, then you make a motion in mind. It's a little hard for me to talk to Mr. Washington. He's not handling this case. Okay? But clearly, if there's not an offer, we're not moving toward a resolution, then we need to move toward a, you're saying we're waiting a year for 40? I'd like to hear from the state, but the state's not here to respond. So if you can't start getting some depositions set,
Thank you, Your Honor. And the second case is Braden Grimm in 23 CF 159. There's a waiver on file. He was incarcerated and was set for the incarcerated docket. However, he had.
Hold on, I don't have that on my docket.
He was released. So as I talked to the clerk and was asking if I could bring this from Wednesdays to today's.
No.
Okay, I'll be back.
If it would be reversed, the answer would be yes. If it would be an inmate, we would automatically continue it until Wednesdays, but we're not going to move them back up. They will just handle it at the time.
No problem, Your
Okay,
Honor. I'll be back on Wednesday. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Skibasky?
Morning, Judge. I'm here on Elizabeth Damron. She has currently 2 cases, one with Ms. Bosa and one with Ms. Taylor.
Who's the attorney of record?
I'm sorry, sir?
Is this your case?
Yes, sir. Both of
Hold on,
them.
let me, trying to find it. They do it according to attorneys, and sometimes people are sitting for other attorneys, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Damron, very good.
May we approach the bench?
You may.
As civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa.
Chris Jones.
Actually, Honor Chris James, Christopher Ivy, Jones. I'm sorry, Christopher Eli. Case number 23 CF 0000864F. Hold on a second. Okay. Yes, sir. We're here to get a reset. We have a waiver on file. Where's your? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Eli. Need to come forward when your name is called. Sorry. Mr. James, I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's all right. We're here to reset it to the August cycle. We thought the state's discovery was sent Friday untold, and so we should have it today or tomorrow to get to it. Very good. This is, looks like it's a recent case. I think it's the first continuance, so we'll continue this to 8/14.
Is it possible to reset instead of continuance? It's really not ready for trial because we haven't yet received the discovery.
I don't understand your question.
Is it possible to just be reset to August as opposed to a continuance, or the continuance not attributable to the defendant? Is that?
I mean, Judge, the discovery has been sent as far as I know. The state will be awaiting for Department of Law Enforcement analysis of the drugs in this case, Your Honor. So the case is definitely not ready for trial at this point from the state's point of view.
Okay. So it'll be a state continuance. Continue to the 14th.
Right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. And this will be at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Mr. Durrell.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
May it please the court, Dustin Burrell. Your Honor, my first case is Mr. Matthew Allshouse, 22 CF 3140. We have a written agreement, if I may approach, Your Honor.
You may.
And Your Honor, this is going to be a referral to PTI with a plea. Upon successful completion, Mr. Allshouse will be allowed to withdraw the plea and the state will dismiss the case.
Okay, Mr. Allshouse, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So I'm looking at this plea and sentencing agreement, which was just announced by your attorney. Just want to make sure you've gone over this plea agreement, you understand what you're doing with it. So I see you signed the back. Have you read this plea agreement closely? This is a little bit different than a normal plea agreement because it's a deferred prosecution agreement. But if the main thing to understand is if you are not able to successfully complete the pretrial, you would immediately go to sentencing. You understand that? Yes, sir. You're basically pleading no contest to the plea. You understand that? It'll be dismissed if you complete it, but if you don't, you're not going to get a chance to go to trial to contest these charges. You're waiving that right. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you made sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is the state in agreement with this?
Yes, Your Honor, that is the state's agreement.
Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept the plea agreement, which will be a deferral into the PTI program with statutory costs. A few other things that are contained in here, the basic driver improvement course and the other things that are contained in the agreement. Any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, I have Franklin Applewhite. Your Honor, I believe this is the first time up. I just received discovery last week. Would request a continuance to review that.
Very good. This is first up, continuance to 8/14.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next is Ms. Kenesha Austin. Your Honor, I was just in discussion with Ms. Sharpless on this late last week. We got a revised offer from the state. Ms. Austin has asked for some time to think about that, if we can move it to next week. Hopefully, I imagine there'll be a plea, but if not, I would ask for one final continuance on that one, understanding that trial will be next cycle.
So let's go ahead and we'll set this for a miscellaneous in the morning for June 20th at 9 a.m. And if not, we'll put it back on the pretrial. Just remind me, put it back on the standard pretrial if we don't come to a resolution on that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, next is Ms. Catherine Booker, 22 CF 1903. Your Honor, I just filed a motion to suppress in Ms. Booker's case. I need to get that scheduled for a hearing.
How long do you anticipate that? You want to go ahead and set it to?
I would imagine it's an hour. I don't think it should be that long, Your Honor. It's a motion to suppress on the search warrant. It's a four-cornered argument. I don't even think testimony would be proper, but if the state thinks we need an hour, then we'll
No more than that, it's no more than an hour, so at least we do. It gives us an idea of how long it takes.
Yeah.
July 11th at 2:30.
Do we have any before that in June? July. What days in July? July 11th on this right here. Let's see, July 11th. July 13th, 18th.
Your Honor, I have July 11th as a miscellaneous day.
June 20th, the school.
Okay, so July 11th, I just, we need that for this. So July 11th at, in the afternoon, so it'll be, let's see, July 11th. We don't have arrangements that day, do we? Yes. Okay, so it'll be 2:30.
2:30? Yes, Your Honor. And I'll get the notice out on that.
Very good.
And next is Mr. DeCorius Boone. Similar to Ms. Austin, recently got an amended offer from the state last week. If we can maybe leave Mr. Boone set, I guess if we can leave him set on the same date with Ms. Austin, the 20th at 9.
Sure. We're going to put on miscellaneous June 20th at 9 a.m.
Okay. You do that? Okay. And next is Mr. Dominic Clark, 23 CT 23. Your Honor, I have received most of the discovery, I believe. I think I've only gotten one of the videos. I need to set depositions in this matter, see if there's any other video evidence that we may need. I believe this was a multi-agency issue on this one, Your Honor. So
it's a relatively recent case. It's just been filed this year, so. State okay with the continuance to the next cycle?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, we missed the last name.
Dominic Clark.
Oh, yes, Your Honor, the state is fine with the continuance.
So the court will continue this to 8/14.
Next, Your Honor, is Mr. Chad Crane. I've got a PTI offer from the state. I've sent that to my client. I'm just waiting on receiving that back. So we may set him for a control date.
I'm going to do a June 20th. Are you anticipating that it's going to be, I assume that it will be accepted?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe so.
So we'll come back on June 20th at 9 a.m. Do it in the morning without subpoenas.
And Your Honor, next is Mr. Frank Dixon. If we may approach on Mr. Dixon briefly.
We may.
Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
To our next cycle on August 14th in the morning at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next is Mr. Sean Florence, 22 CF 2607. Mr. Florence, and we do have a written plea agreement, if I may approach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you announce the plea, please?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, Mr. Florence would withdraw his previously entered plea of not guilty, entered plea of no contest to the, I believe it would be a lesser included third outside of 10 DUI, Your Honor. Count 2 as charged. Count 1 will be the statutory minimum, 1129 probation, fine costs, multi-offender, DUI school, 1 victim impact panel, a 6-month driver's license suspension, 10-day vehicle impound. Count 2 would be 1129 probation concurrent with count 1. 50 hours of community service made by out, or count 1, Your Honor. I believe that was everything. Withhold on count 2, adjudication on count 1.
State?
I do have the score sheet. May I approach?
No.
You've seen it.
It's a misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor?
Yes, Your Honor. The third outside of 10 is going to be a misdemeanor. So he's pleading to the misdemeanor, third outside of 10. He was charged with third inside of 10.
Is the state in agreement with this plea as stated?
We are.
Florence, would you raise your right hand so you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
So, Mr. Florence, I'm looking at the plea and sentencing agreement that I see you've signed, and Mr. Durrell just announced the plea which is contained in this plea agreement. First thing is, have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney to make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You're waiving some valuable legal rights. I'm sure it's gone over. I just want to make sure you understand you're waiving the right to go to a trial and contest these things.
Yes,
You believe it's in your best interest to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nobody's threatened or coerced you to get you to enter into this plea?
No, sir.
Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept the plea. And as to count one, there'll be a lesser included charge of a DUI, third outside of 10. And that'll receive 1129 probation, standard fines and costs, multi-offender DUI school, victim impact, 50 hours of community service, and driver's license suspension for 6 months, 10 days. As to count two, driving on a suspended, also concurrent 1129, and count one will be withheld, count two will be adjudicated. No, just the opposite?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Can't read your one and two.
I apologize.
So count two is going to be withheld, count one will be adjudicated.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
30 days? I didn't say so.
You have 30 days to appeal this.
And last, Your Honor, I have Mr. Adrian Watson requesting a continuance of Mr. Watson. I believe we have the position scheduled for August 2nd.
State, okay.
That's Ms. Davis.
Continue, we'll continue to 8/14.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, I've got you listed as, okay. No, that's all you, I thought I had one other one. Incorrect. Okay.
If you need me, I'll be down in Judge Mason's court.
Thank you, Mr. Durrell. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to mess up the last name improperly, but Ms.
Del Boss,
Del Boss.
Your Honor.
How do you say it?
Del Boss.
Del Boss.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you for helping me out.
You're welcome. Everybody messes that one up. Susan Del Bosque on behalf of Adrian Desmuke. He has two cases, 23 CF 382 and 2019 CF. Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
Might it be under another attorney's name?
I had just gotten mine, you just signed the order on June 8th for me to substitute in. It was Medina.
Substitute for who?
Medina, the public defender.
Okay.
Werner, would you like the state to announce case numbers for you?
No, I just need to find it to keep up on.
It is going to,
Hold on.
it is going to be listed under the public defender cases.
And again, what's the defendant's last name?
Dismuke, D-I-S-M-U-K-E.
I don't have that on my file. Do you have that? What number? Do you know what number it is? Anyway. Go ahead and give me the spelling and the case number.
Okay, his name is Dismuke, D-I-S-M-U-K-E, first name Adrian, 2023 CF 382.
Okay.
And a violation of probation, 2019 CF 1387.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I'm just asking for a continuance since I was just hired on this case and the order just went through June 8th.
Very good. The court will continue this till 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
You may. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ms. Merrifield?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Judge, the first group of cases will be found under my partner's name. For your clarity.
Give me just a second. Very good. Go ahead.
Judge, the first case I have is Ryan Bell in 23 CF 748. There is a waiver on file. We'd like to leave this one set for docket day. Anticipate that he will enter the diversion program on that day, Judge.
Very good. So we'll have a docket day, which is next Monday, June 19th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. The next case is Nicholas Carasso in 22 CF 360. There is a waiver on file. And Judge, we'd like to leave this one set on docket day for plea or continue for 6/19.
Very good. Court will continue this until docket day, 6/19 at 9 a.m.
The next case is Anessa Gines in 23 CF 423. It is the first time up for this case. There is a waiver on file. We are still receiving a little bit of discovery. There's quite a bit, so we would request to continue this to the August date.
State okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. The court will continue this in the next cycle on August 14th at 9 a.m.
The next case is Jason Junkins. It's 22 CF 363. There is a waiver on file. And we'd like to leave this one set for docket day for plea or continued.
Okay, and you've also, just for announcement purpose, 22 CF 2948 as well.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, there is a companion case. I appreciate that.
That's all right. So we'll plea or continue on docket day, which is 19th next week, 9 a.m.
The next case is Kamoy King in 22 CF 2800. There's a waiver on file for this. We are ready for trial in this case.
State?
The state is ready for trial.
So we'll come back on docket day, 6/19, ready for trial.
And I believe that is
How
all.
long do you anticipate the trial taking?
No more than one day. I believe we could do a pick and go.
I believe so.
Okay, very good.
And then the last case I have, Judge, should be under my name. It's Jennifer Higginbotham with an H.
Okay, hold on a second. Very good.
And that-
Jennifer Higginbotham.
Yes, sir, and that would be 23 CF 889. We've reached an agreement, if I may approach Madam Clerk, with a deferred prosecution agreement.
So it's not as part of an underlying plea agreement, just a PTI?
No, Your Honor. It's not a PTI, it's a deferred prosecution agreement.
It's a
so-
deferred prosecution?
Yes, sir.
That's correct, Your Honor, to a misdemeanor matter.
Do we need to schedule it out just for a control date, 6 months or something?
It's a DPA, so I don't believe we need any kind of a contract.
You need to follow it up. Then it's unsecured, we can put it back.
Thank you, Judge. And I believe that's all I have this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Howell.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Good, sir. John Howell, Your Honor, case number 2023 CF 85 for Mr. Fernandez. Your Honor, we have a plea agreement commission we entered into the plea agreement commission.
Thank you very much. If you would please announce the plea agreement for the court.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, my clients entered into the agreement, no contest, misdemeanor first, withholding with adjudication withheld, probation, 11 months, 29 days, community service, 24 hours, court cost of $270, and court reserved jurisdiction on restitution.
We do a lesser included offense of improper exhibition of a weapon. This is the state's agreement.
Is this a downward departure?
It is not a downward departure. No.
We have.
This is a misdemeanor, Your Honor. First degree misdemeanor.
Very good. Mr. Fernandez, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Fernandez, you heard your attorney state
the terms of your plea agreement, and I see you signed the plea agreement as well, the written plea agreement. Is this, you can put your hand up. Is this your understanding of what the plea agreement as stated by your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you've read through this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
Made sure you had all your legal questions answered by your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this plea here today, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to go to a trial, confront witnesses, and to basically, contest your innocence.
Yes, sir.
You understand that you believe it's in your best interest to do that?
Yes.
Okay, nobody threatened or coerced you to get you to enter into the plea?
No, sir.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that, the court will, and this is a lesser included?
This is a lesser included offense, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. And what is the lesser included offense?
It is improper exhibition of a weapon, 790.10 Florida statutes, Your Honor.
Okay, I got it. I just wanted to make sure it was in the written plea.
Yes, sir. $790.
You pled to a lesser included charge of improper exhibition of a dangerous weapon or firearm, and you'll be sentenced to 11 months, 29 days probation, 24 hours of community service. And I assume the victim has been consulted on this because there's no violent contact with.
Victim has been consulted.
Okay. And so importantly, no violent contact with Timothy Sheffield. You understand that? That's an important part of this. There'll be a withhold of adjudication. There'll be a reservation of restitution. The state can come back and apply it or try to. The defense would have the ability to object if they come up. $270 in court costs. You do have 30 days to appeal. Any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all. Commissioner, please.
Thank you, Mr. Howell.
Sir.
Mr. Official?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Your Honor, the only matter I have is June Duncan, 2023 CF 000958. Your Honor, while I have not been served with the discovery, I have obtained it. That is, the state has sent it to the email address of my prior law firm, but I have obtained it off the site. We have 10 depositions that we need to schedule.
This is a recent filing, obviously. So, state, I assume you're seeking a continuance to the next cycle on 8/14?
Yes.
And the state, obviously, doesn't matter, court would enter it anyway. This is a new case, you need some depositions. State's working with you to get these depositions scheduled, state?
We will, if you will email my assistant, Kim Buhal, we will get them set.
Any questions? Any further defense?
No, sir, I'd just like to speak.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Come back 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Ken Brooks. Good morning, Ms. Brooks.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, Ken Brooks here for Shane Donaldson, 23 CF 865. We're going to be, we have a waiver filed in this case, Your Honor. We're asking for a continuance just recently on the case. We just got the discovery.
It's a recently filed case.
That's correct.
Court will grant continuance to the next cycle, which is 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that's all I have this morning.
Oops, sorry, and Mr. Brooks, if you do need depositions, if you just send me some dates you're available, we'll get you on the books right away. Thanks. No,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Newland.
Hey, good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Remember, I have Erica Courtside.
Hold on just a second. Let me get your...
It's Isaac Neal for Keith Kilpatrick, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
I'm here for Mr. Kilpatrick. If that helps on the list.
Yeah. Very good. So which is your first case?
Your Honor, it's Miss Corti, Erica Corti.
Okay, very good.
Judge, we're asking to set it, I believe, on the 22nd for a miscellaneous in the afternoon. We're trying to work this out. I thought we had it worked out. We need to hammer out a couple more details. If we can put it on that 22nd date in the afternoon, hopefully we'll get it done then.
Is it only in the afternoon?
Those are for lengthier. Can we do it on the 20th in the morning?
Well, Judge, Mr. Kilpatrick's going to be out of town, and we had come up with that 22nd date. The only thing is, on
22nd is your miscellaneous at 1:30 and we adjourn.
Okay. June 22nd at 1:30. That's what, does it say okay with that?
That's the
Okay.
same time.
Very good. So we'll continue this to 6/22 at 1:30 p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Hopefully for a resolution. If not, we'll put it back on the cycle and get it ready for trial.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The next case is Johanna Dwyer, 22 CF 2711. I believe a waiver should be on file. May we approach?
You may.
That Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy
14th at 9 a.m.
Very good. I believe that's all that, Judge, if I could be excused.
You may.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Mr. Cotton.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Cotton.
You know, I have 4 cases on your docket this morning. First one is Chad Cusimano, Cusumano.
Okay.
Judge, I've received some discovery on that. I have not had an opportunity to get through all the videos. I've updated the state on where I stand on that case temporarily as far as being able to review all that. I'd request to continue it so that I can finish preparing.
State does not object to that.
Very good. It's a relatively recent case. The court will continue this to the next cycle, 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, the next case I have is David Bratton, Bratton. Your Honor, again, I think I've just recently received some discovery on this case. There's a lot of videos because of the type of case. I'd request a continuance on this.
There's no objection to that. Mr. Cotton, if you need to set up a lab visit, please do
I
so.
probably will. Thank you, ma'am.
We'll continue this to 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, next
But
case.
there is a lot of discovery as proceeding, and you're making progress with it.
And it's one that she can't send me, Judge, because of the style and type of case it is. It's just one of those things that I have to, it's not something she can just provide.
Very good.
Your Honor, the next case I have is Colby Dorsey, Dorsey. Your Honor, we've reached an agreement on that case. If we could just leave that set for docket day. I imagine I can do that by a written plea. It'll be a plea to a misdemeanor, so I just need to get that filed for the court to sign.
So we'll get that, we'll continue that until docket day 6/19 at 9 a.m.
Thank you. Your Honor, the last case I have in your docket is Anthony Knutson, Knutson. Your Honor, requesting a continuance on that case. I've spoken with the state attorney handling that file. They have not filed on that yet. I'm going to be setting a meeting this week to meet with them on that to see where we can get on that case.
Well, to clarify, I have filed, Your Honor, just making some charging decisions. I might have a charge.
That's correct, Judge. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I misspoke.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
If there wasn't, it wouldn't have been on the docket.
I understand.
That's all right. Sometimes you just have to make the plea and all. Okay. So, so what do you just want another?
Judge, I need a continuance on that file, but
I mean, it's relatively new. I'll grant you full continuance. If there's a possibility of a resolution, we can put it in a miscellaneous, maybe a month out. But if you need a couple months, I mean,
actually,
it's a brand
Judge,
new case, so I don't have a problem.
it is, Judge, but I've got some reasons why I might need that case to track faster than usual. So if I could have a miscellaneous date, that might be, would you be okay with that?
That's fine. You want to do it June 20th? That's a week. I mean, is that too much? Is that too close?
I think it's a little too close.
I agree.
So you want to do it July 11th?
That works, Judge.
Does that work?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll continue to July 11th. And that'll be in the morning without speed at 9 a.m.
That's correct, Judge. Your Honor, that's all I've got on the docket.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day. Mr. Swiatek. We lose Mr. Swiatek? We'll just pass over Mr. Swiatek.
Your Honor, Mr. Swiatek was in the courtroom earlier.
That's all right.
Maybe,
I mean,
he
he's
maybe
probably
with
out
Judge
talking,
Brown.
yeah. That's all right. Ms. Dudley. He just loses his slot. Ms. Dudley? Oh, she's doing the same. Okay. Mr. Rare.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Just the first I have on the docket, and it should be all under the appellate firm in the court docket. Mr. James Almont, A-U-M-O-N-T. He's present and approaching. Judge, we've reached an agreement with the state.
Hold on a second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me just find your page. Mr. Almont. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. We've reached an agreement with the state. We're trying to coordinate how that will affect his work and scheduling before we enter the plea. What I spoke with the state about doing is setting this for your miscellaneous date, June 22nd at 9 a.m. That should give us time to do what we need to do and enter the plea on that date.
Okay.
That's acceptable, Your Honor. The offer remains open until then.
Okay. Very good. So we'll continue this to the miscellaneous docket day. The June 22nd would be at 1:30. It's not in the morning. Is that okay?
Maybe 1:30?
Yeah.
That should be fine, Judge.
Okay. June 22nd at 1:30.
Judge, the next I have is Mr. Gregory Cofield. Judge, this is a newer case where we've got ample video discovery from the state. I'm still working my way through that, but I plan to complete that and also begin scheduling depositions. I'd like to move that out to the August pretrial.
State.
Without objection, just send me some depot dates and we'll get you set.
We'll continue this to August 14th, 9 a.m.
Next round I have is Mr. Christopher Goins. Judge, I'm speaking with the state. We're waiting on some additional information from them. We discussed setting it for plea continue on your docket day next week, but since I'll be back here anyway on June 22nd, if we could set that for June 22nd at 1:30, just save the court date.
That's acceptable to the state, Your Honor.
Very good. We'll continue to June 22nd at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then last I have is Mary Liza, L-I-Z-A. We received some new materials from the state. I need to follow up with Ms. Sandler on a medical records issue. And then after that, we plan to start setting depositions in the case. I'd like to move that up to the August pretrial.
No objection from the state.
Okay, I would just ask, with this been out here long, that's a serious case, I understand it. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these depositions in the next couple months so that we can
We'd like to at least
on kind of where we're going.
We'd like to at least get the first round scheduled with the state before the next pretrial hits, Judge.
Okay.
And I believe that's all I have, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you very much. All right, baby. Mr. Swiatek. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Well, I've got two cases. Bernard Buchanan, 23 CF 25.
So do we have a waiver soon?
Yes.
Okay. Where are we at, Mr. Swiatek?
We're in a trial position, but not this cycle. I think we've agreed to continue it one time to the next cycle. Is that correct, Ms. Shorts?
Yes, we discussed going ahead and setting this case for trial. It is a relatively new case, Your Honor. It's a 2023 case. And Mr. Swiatek is going to be out of town during some of the dates, so I think it would be better if we set this in August where we have more potential dates where we could pick a jury and set the case for trial.
Very good. We'll continue this to August 14th at 9 a.m. and anticipating, this will be the, I'm going to just put it just for the notes, last continuance, anticipating it being ready for trial. Okay. And if the clerk would note that in a minute, I'd appreciate it.
I'll be playing with the Baltimore Symphony.
Mr. Switek, you carry the Okaloosa flag well, sir.
Your Honor, the next case is Donald Holder, 22 CF 1875. If we can put that on the same docket.
Stay okay with that?
Without objection, Your Honor.
And that's all I've got before the court.
And are we looking at that kind of in the same posture as the other case that
I think
the
ultimately,
last continuous?
yes.
It's been out there a while. I just want to make sure.
I think ultimately it'll be a plea. But
That's fine. That's fine. But this will be the last continuance, just so we can anticipate a resolution one way or another. Okay. Very good.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Flowers. Morning.
Judge, good morning. The first matter is Beavers.
Hold on just a second. Let me,
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Judge, on Beavers, we're asking this matter be continued. We have depots we need to set. We received discovery, some more discovery last week. I don't believe the state has any objection to that.
No objection, Your Honor. I do believe this is the first pretrial for this case.
This is a relatively new case, obviously very serious.
It is.
And it's case number, huh?
I do have a case number 2023 CF 694.
Very good. So the court will grant the continuance to August 14th, 9 a.m.
Judge, the next matter is Cole. There's a lot of, although we have received some discovery, there's more that we need to do. We're asking this matter be continued. I don't believe there'll be an objection to that. It is a serious matter, as the court can see.
I agree. State okay?
Yes.
Court will continue this to 8/14 at 9 a.m. But we are making progress
We are.
regarding discovery.
We are, Judge, and the state is cooperating fully. There's just a lot of it.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Then you got one more.
The next matter is Craig, C-R-A-I-G. There's been an amended information filed recently, if I'm not mistaken. In any event, we're asking for one final continuance till August. It is a relatively new case, but it's not brand new. I don't believe the state objects to that.
I do not object to that, Your Honor.
Are we closing in on resolution?
We are.
When we announce this last for the clerk?
That'll be fine.
Okay, so we'll
That's
just
reasonable.
say it's the last continuance.
And you're on page 88, and is under my partner's name, Tim Shaw.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, go ahead.
First matter is Amaya Lemus. The case is 22 CF 2241. We're asking that remain set as is on docket day. We anticipate it will resolve that day.
Very good. So we'll continue this to docket day, hopefully for a resolution.
Yes, sir, we anticipate that.
6/19.
Next matter is Boyd. There are depositions more that will be required, and they're set already on 7/27. We're asking for a continuance. I don't believe there would be an objection to that.
How are we doing as far as discovery? It's a little bit of us approaching a year.
It is. The first round of depositions were taken. The second round they have been set.
Okay.
Yes, sir, they have.
Good. Okay, and this is case number 22 CF
2090. It is, Judge.
And so continue the next cycle?
Yes, sir.
Very good. 8/14 and 9.
The next matter is Broadnax.
Okay.
We're asking for one cycle. Depots are being set. I will represent, Judge, they have not been set, but that is the intention.
They're relatively new case as well. This is
It is.
23 CF 14 and 23 TR 44. So we're running those together?
We are, Your Honor.
Okay. So, state okay with continuance to the next cycle?
State here.
Continue to 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, the next matter is Buzzett, B-U-Z-Z-E-T-T. We're asking this remain set as is. We're anticipating a PTI, but it should be resolved on that date in time.
So continue to docket day?
Yes, sir.
6/19 at 9 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
For resolution. Good. Okay.
Judge, the next matter is Fagan. We're asking
And case number? Just for the
22
clerk.
CF 2129, docket day for a resolution. I believe the state agrees with that assessment.
Very good. Continue it to docket day
Yes, sir.
for resolution.
Yes, sir. Next is Geiger. The case number is 23 CF 695. This is a relatively new case. We're asking it to be continued. I don't believe there's an objection to that.
State?
There is no objection.
Court will continue this till 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Next is Hollingsworth, 22 CF 1975. I realize it's a 22 case. However, there is a lot of discovery. It's not been completed yet. We're asking that it be continued. I don't believe there would be an objection to that.
There is no objection.
How are we doing on the discovery though? So are we, I know these cases can be quite voluminous, but are we kind of?
I've watched a lot of
Video
approach.
Sure.
Not aware of any issues. Do we need to approach?
No.
Okay. Not aware
As
of
long
any
as you don't
issues.
agree, as long as you don't object.
No,
Not
I'll
objecting.
continue. I just kind of want to
Yes,
inquire.
sir.
We're kind of making progress. I want to make sure I can be of help.
Yeah, Judge, you asked a fair question. I just felt like walking up there would be helpful, but we don't need to do that. We're fine.
Okay, so we're making progress. We're still not there.
Yes.
That's okay, 8/14?
Yes, sir.
8/14. 9 a.m.
Next matter, John Holmes, 23 CF 454. We're asking for a continuance to set depositions. There, I think, are a lot of documents and other information that are going to be required to look at. I don't believe there's an objection, but I can't represent that.
There's no objection.
The court will continue this to 8/14 at 9 a.m. It's a relatively new case.
Judge, the last matter that we have is King, 22 CF 770. We would ask this remain set on docket day without subs. We believe it resolved that day necessarily.
We actually have a deposition tomorrow, so
Yes.
no problem.
Very good.
Judge, that's all I have.
Continue this to docket date 6/19 at 9 a.m. for resolution.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Mr. Garrett.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Your Honor, there are waivers on file for the 4 clients I have on the docket today. The first is Micah Brown. Chris Garrett on behalf of Micah Brown, 22 CF 399. Your Honor, if we could leave this set for docket day for plea to continue. The state is going to be sending us a PTI offer that I'm going to talk to Mr. Brown about.
Okay. So we're continuing to 6/19 and 9 a.m.
Thank
State
you.
okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then Chris Garrett on behalf of Victor Cardona, 22 CF 2934. Your Honor, we're scheduled for a deposition tomorrow in this case. We request a continuance to the next pretrial.
That's accurate, Your Honor.
Very good. We'll continue this to 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Then Chris Garrett on behalf of Peter Feckety, 22 CF 2747. Your Honor, I've been discussing this case with the state. I believe the plan was to set this for pretrial. We're still looking for some additional discovery in this case, including the address of the alleged victim.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Including the address of the alleged victim, who is listed as at large.
So we're having some trouble kind of tying up the discovery.
Yes, Your Honor. And then there are some cell phone videos that are mentioned in the offense report that we don't seem to have in discovery yet.
Okay.
Your Honor, regarding the address of the victim is a homeless person, houseless person. Accordingly, I don't have an address for her. Regarding the videos that might be missing, I do need to double check discovery to see if they were ever in police custody to begin with, or if they were just shown to the police officers. So I am working hand in glove with Mr. Garrett to resolve those issues.
Okay. So we'll continue this to 8/14, 9 a.m.
And then finally, Your Honor, I bleeded Gaitan, 22 CF 3047. We're currently scheduled for a suppression hearing in this case on Thursday. The state and I are going to be talking about it. We'll certainly let Your Honor know if anything changes about that motion hearing. I would anticipate 1 hour for the motion hearing. Get that. Probably 30, 45 minutes.
Okay, so it's currently scheduled for the afternoon, 2:30?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So just make sure when we get through with that we set the next hearing. So we keep it track.
Yes, Your Honor.
Depending on how it may go away.
Ideally. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sure you anticipate that it'll go away after that.
That is what I anticipate, Your Honor.
But at least we are clear that how we're moving forward.
Yes, absolutely, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day. Okay. Handwriting.
Terrence Thorgard, Your Honor.
Thank you. I was trying to make sure you had your name right, but I couldn't read you right.
The name is first name is sort of hard to spell, but oh well.
First name's a good name.
I'm
What is
here,
your case number? 'Cause I don't have you listed on the documents.
22 CF
Is it
2299.
under your name? Would it be under any other attorney's name?
I'm here for Joshua Alexander.
Because they are under the attorney's name, that's why. I got it now. Go ahead. Why don't you announce the case?
Sergio Perez Cairo is the defendant.
Case number 22CF 2299. Where are we at with this case, counsel?
Counsel have agreed to, the state has made an offer, and we are agreeing to it. Withhold adjudication, 2 years probation, 50 hours.
Hold on a second. Why are you announcing? Is it a misdemeanor that we're not going to have to?
No, Your Honor, it's a plea to felonies.
Okay, so,
I was under the
so we're going to
impression.
come back on docket day and get a resolution? I'm sorry.
We can, Your Honor, no. We had a plea worked out, and it is to felonies, so, Mr. Alexander's client will need to be here.
Yeah, he needs to be. So want to come back on docket day? You good with that?
Yes, and I will email Mr. Alexander and let him know.
Yeah, we definitely need to do that. So we'll continue to docket day, which is next Monday, 6/19 at 9 a.m. for resolution.
And did I hear that the defendant should be here first?
The defendant absolutely has to be here to be sentenced. Absolutely.
Yes, to a felony, yes, he needs to be.
Has to be. If it was a misdemeanor, no. You can just hand in a plea to a misdemeanor, but not a felony. It has to be in person.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Don't want to have it overturned on appeal. Okay. Thank you very much. And that's all you got today, isn't it? That's all you got?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Metkevicius. Did I get that right? I'm working on it.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
It's close. Joseph Metkevicius for the record, on behalf of Edwin Garcia Perez.
It's about as good as I can do. Close is about all you're going to get.
How are you doing today? All right. This is case number 22 CF 1815.
Assume waiver.
There's waiver on file, yes, Your Honor. I took over this case a few months back from another defense attorney. I think we'll probably reach a resolution, but I haven't been able to get discovery from the previous attorney, so the assistant state attorney is going to do me a favor and get that to me directly from the state attorney's office. So I'm asking for the continuance in the case to be able to at least review discovery prior to
Okay,
making moves on
so
the case.
let me just ask you, do we have to do a full cycle? Want to maybe schedule it a month? If you're just getting discovery to kind of review it in anticipation of a resolution, let's go ahead and put it on a miscellaneous docket, maybe a month out. Or if you feel like you need it, a 2-month full cycle. And you did announce last, but I understand that it hasn't been provided to you. You can't.
I'm fine putting it out a month, Your Honor. That shouldn't be a problem. I think we're pretty close to reaching the resolution.
As long as we just do it July 11th, if for some reason there's a glitch, you know, hopefully it'll be resolved. So we'll continue to miscellaneous docket July 11th at 9 a.m. Hopefully for resolution.
Right. I have nothing further.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Have a
Yeah,
good day.
Thorvald, you need to come back up. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't know, I wasn't informed that my client was going to be here for years and still is ready to enter a plea.
Hey, do you have a written plea agreement? We don't have any interpreters. We're scheduled for 6/19. He needs to come back on 6/19 for a plea. It's got to be a written plea. We do everything by writing. Why don't you explain that to him? I can't speak Spanish, so I'm going to leave that up to you. Okay? 6/19. June 19th. Okay. Make sure he gets here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Make sure he understands because we're going out. That's the issue of cases. Okay. Mr. Patel.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I'm also covering for Mr. Dees.
Start out with Mr. Dees.
So we don't forget him. Jay Patel from Robert Dees on behalf of, last name is Dillis.
Correct.
First name Susan, 23 CF 903. He would like that set for docket day in anticipation of the resolution with no subpoenas.
Very good. We'll continue to docket day at 9 a.m., 6/19 for resolution.
First case I have is Jay Patel on behalf of Courtney Baggett, 22 CF 2940.
Hold on just a second. Okay, go ahead.
Over these next few cases, it may sound a little redundant, but I think there may have been some sort of issue of communication between my office and the state attorney's office on getting depositions sent. Because we had sent multiple emails on multiple cases. I checked back, the state checked back with me last week, and I told the state that that we reached out on multiple days, and a lot of things got moving last week, so we've got depot dates now. So for Mr. Baggett's case, I'd ask to continue.
So we do have depositions scheduled for Mr. Baggett?
On Mr. Baggett's case, we haven't figured out a date yet, but we're working with Ms. Sharpless to get that date. So I'd ask that could be continued to the August date.
Do we think that'll be the last continuance necessary? I mean, it's a drug case.
I know,
Or maybe it is.
yeah, I mean, if it, I just don't know what the cops are gonna say at the depot, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to file a motion to suppress.
Okay, so I'll just say it once for all these cases. Please try and cooperate, get these depots set.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, we've given many dates, and the issue was a lot of the dates did not work for both of our schedules. So we are really trying to get a date. I may have to give him another date in August that I did not anticipate would be a deposition date, just so we can get some stuff moving.
Okay.
So for Mr. Baggett's case, the next pretrial is August
14th and 9 a.m.
Okay. Next, Jay Patel on behalf of Ralph Campbell, 22 CF 2306. We had the depot discussion. Depots are now set for 7/26.
Okay.
So I'd ask for 8/14.
Very good. We'll continue at 8:14 and 9 a.m.
Next, Judge Jay Patel on behalf of Lawrence Cinco, 22 CF 1299. If I'm being candid, Judge, I know this is old. This case went maybe 6 months without even filing information. It took a while there's an essential witness that is attorney Richard Trell. We've met with him. The state ultimately put my client in a position of an offer. My client doesn't like that offer, so I told him we've got to work the case. The state is supposed to send me some DCF records. This court signed that order back on 2/16, and then I've got to set it, and then we're working on another depot day. So I'd ask for 8/14.
So the order was signed, so have you gotten the DCF record?
I have not.
Is there a reason why we haven't gotten it?
Your Honor.
I don't know how long it normally takes. I sign the orders and I don't generally see it.
It's usually quick.
Your Honor, we did reach out to DCF to see where the records are. They received our request, and they let us know that the person who fulfills those requests was out of the office, and she would be back today. And they said they would let her know that it needs to be done as soon as possible, and have asked my assistant to follow up today and see if we can get them today.
Okay, and then there are some other depositions that are required.
Yeah, so I just asked the court take my word that I'm going to work diligently with Ms. Sharpless to get a date as soon as we can.
And Your Honor, the state agrees with that. We have been working to get some depot dates that work for both of us.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you recognizing the date of the filing. Fine. Don't let them sit too long. Okay.
Next
we'll
judge.
continue to 8:14, 9 a.m.
Thank you. Next, Judge Jay Patel on behalf of William Freedsburg, 23 CF 523. I indicated to the state that I hadn't received discovery, and then they were able to get that over to us on 6/7. So I'd ask that that case be set for 8/14.
State.
That's fine, Judge.
Continue to 8:14.
Next, Judge Jay Patel on behalf of Jose Crispin Garcia, 23 CF 273. I need another continuance. I'm likely going to set a deposition, but I'm in the midst of working on a motion to dismiss.
No objection, just send me some dates you're available for the depot.
With it.
Court will continue to 8:14 and 9 a.m. See, all your cases are right at that thing where they're getting a little bit dated, but they're not like, they haven't fallen off the cliff yet, so you'll just work them
I
to
understand.
get some of these moving here in the next couple of months.
Same thing with the next one. Jay Patel on behalf of Kenneth Gerard, 22. That's right. I don't think it's not a 22 case. Same thing with the depot issue. We ironed it out. Depots are set for August the 3rd.
Okay.
So if we can continue this to the 8/14.
Continue to 8:14 and 9 a.m.
Next, Jay Patel and Tim Shaw on behalf of Lawrence Hips, 23 CF 890. We're working through discovery. This is the first time up. We can get the next pretrial date.
Continue to 8:14 and 9 a.m.
And finally, Jay Patel on behalf of Devin Johns, 23 CF 149. Working with the state to get depot dates.
Okay, how's that going?
Just send me some dates, I'll make sure you
Well,
fit in, it's not a problem.
And Judge, I think the same issue is happening with Ms. Bosso's office, because we sent dates on 6/1 and 6/6. I just don't want there to be an appearance that I'm sitting on my hands when I'm not. So if we can get 8/14 on that, Judge. Hopefully I didn't burn everyone else's continuances. I'm nothing further, never excused.
Let's try and make some progress. I mean, these are all cases that can have progress.
I understand. Thank you, Judge.
Cedric Hill, step outside.
Wilkins. Mr. Wilkins.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jack Wilkinson for Cameron Calais, C-A-L-L-I-A-S. It's case number 23-CF-0808. Spoken with Ms. Sharpless. We'll be asking to pass this case to your August docket day with the process of trying to work through the case and come to a resolution.
This is a new case.
Yes, sir.
Court will continue at 8:14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. May be excused.
You may.
Have a pleasure day.
Mr. George.
Yeah, please, court, Your Honor.
Would you announce the case?
Yes, Your Honor. Charles George, and I'm here for the defense for Ms. Shawan Elise Smalls. Case number is 2023 CF000375.
Where are we at?
We have a plea in place. We'd like to go ahead and get that done today.
Very good.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I approach, Your Honor?
May. Thank you.
It's not the first time you're in court, so
Thank
I'm
you.
just trying to figure
That's
it out.
all right, but everyone's a little quirky. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to announce the plea. If this is your only copy, I'll give it back to you. It's your only copy. So go ahead and announce the plea, and then I'll enter into the copy. That's all right.
Your Honor, as he makes his way back to the podium, I would say that a score sheet is going to be needed in this case. I will be modifying it, confirming it with him, and forwarding it to your office afterwards.
And we're okay.
Do we know, at least on the score sheet, that it is or is not a downward departure?
It is not a downward departure.
Okay, very good. That's the main thing, one of the things we need to do on the plea. So.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, would you announce the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. The original charge is conspiracy to commit felony, and the other charge is a grand theft. And we are, the case, the null process on the conspiracy, and we're going to plead guilty to the larceny grand theft, 5,000 or more, but less than 10,000, Your Honor. And the terms of the plea are the $9,000 worth of restitution that will be paid over 3 years during the probationary period. That's comes out to be $250 a month, Your Honor. There will also be $615 in court costs. Again, 3 years probation. Going to take and attend an anti-theft course, and we're going to have a no trespassing order in place for the victim Exploria. And adjudication is going to be withheld on this. I may approach you. Thank you, Your Honor. Thanks for your indulgence.
You're stating in agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
The only question I have is there any requirement for some type of minimum payment on the restitution? The way this is framed, she could wait to the 36th month of her probation to pay the $9,000.
Your Honor, I don't believe that that's correct. I think if you read the plea agreement, it says the minimum payment is $250 a month.
Yes, Your Honor, I wasn't clear enough. She's going to make a $250 a month payment. Since I'm not good at math, I had to use my calculator, but evidently 9,000 divided by 36 ends up to be that.
Okay. I don't see that on his plea agreement.
It's on the second page.
It's on the second page.
All right, somewhere
See,
in
now you put it on the second page, you're going to get me all messed up.
Oh, me too, Your Honor.
Where is it at?
May I approach?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
That's all right. Just read
Thank you.
That would require me to bring my glasses, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Smalls, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, so you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. We had a little discussion to make sure we understood what it was. And I see that those terms are contained in the, it's called a sentence recommendation, but really it's a plea agreement is what this document is. And I see, confirmed that you've signed it, which I assume you have.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
I see you have signed that. First of all, so have you read this document closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney to make sure you understand all the legal ramifications of this plea agreement?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And you understand that by entering into this plea agreement here today, you're waiving some valuable legal rights.
Yes,
The main
sir.
one is the right to go to a trial, contest that, force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. You're waiving all that in order to have a final adjudication here today.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Is that what you believe is in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Did anybody threaten or coerce you or promise you anything other than what's contained in this plea agreement?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept the plea agreement as stated, and will be a withhold of adjudication on the grand theft charge. The conspiracy charge will be dismissed, and there'll be an important part of this, obviously, is the restitution that's paid. I assume that the state, I shouldn't assume anything, but has the state discussed this with the victim?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe we have a form in the file regarding restitution.
And is the victim in agreement with this plea?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I did inherit this case about halfway through. I believe that this was discussed with the victim. If you'd like to pass the case towards the end of the docket, I can confirm that in my notes.
Okay. I'm going to do it a little backwards. As a general rule, these are discussed with victims. I want to make sure, so I want... Do you have it in your file?
Give me one moment, Your Honor.
Good question.
Can you get the case number?
Yes, it's 23 CF 000375.
And do we have it listed in this plea agreement who the restitution is made out to?
No, Your Honor, that hadn't been, well, it will go eventually to the victim here.
And is that included in the...
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. I have to look at the Exploria, and I apologize.
You want to have the plea agreement back?
I know, I got it right here, it's Exploria. I put it in there, Your Honor.
Where
I'll approach. Look out. So sorry for the confusion.
Very important when we're doing plea agreements, it doesn't always seem like it, that the defendant is very clear because you're going to be held to this.
Yes.
Yes.
You understand exactly what you're supposed to do?
Yes. Well, it did not say to go back to Exploria.
Why don't you just go ahead and write it in? So an important part of this plea agreement, as with, I say that as a general because I know it is in these type of cases, the restitution is an important element. And it does specifically have a minimum amount to be paid each month, so it's important for you to do that. If not, it could be in violation, then we have to come back. It could have, further, charge could be re-upped and trying to, you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to approach, Your Honor. I've written it in.
Basic hardware.
Yes, sir.
I'm not anticipating that, I just want to make sure you're clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, have you had all your legal questions answered by your attorney about this plea agreement?
Yes,
You feel
sir,
like
Your
this is in your best interest to enter into this?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court does find that the defendant understands the plea agreement and is entering into this freely and voluntarily. Is the state able to find anything regarding?
Yes, Your Honor. In the file, it does say that we did make contact with the victim. The victim was primarily interested in restitution, so I believe that this plea offer does cover that interest.
Very good. Okay. So, importantly, one of the counts will be dismissed. The other count will be withheld to larceny, grand theft, over $5,000 but less than $10,000, and there'll be $9,000 in restitution paid over 3 years at $250 a month, as well as the other issues that are contained in this. Okay? Any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll get with the state to get the proper address so that I can contact the victim and set it up and let them know that the payments will be coming.
Is that the best way? Is that? The only reason I hesitate on that is that there's a no contact order, and having the defense counsel contacting the victim doesn't sound the right way to do it.
You're correct, Your Honor. It would be set through probation.
Okay. So you can you can work with probation, but
yes, Your Honor.
You should not contact them.
That's what I was asking.
You should not either.
No, she will not contact them. We'll get that taken care of.
Okay.
Thank you for your indulgence, Your Honor. I do appreciate you running a great courtroom. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Does my client need to do anything else?
No, I think so. Just check in with probation here today.
Okay.
You can go talk to them right now and figure out where.
Yes,
thank you.
Stay in good contact with probation.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I think that's your only case, Mr. George.
No, I'm fine.
That's your only case? That's your only case, right?
Yeah, that's my only case. May I be excused?
All right, thank you. Mr. Notes.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Notes.
Judge, I've got Salvador Bertevin. Mr. Bertevin's present. It looks like he's falling asleep though.
I'll wake him up. Mr. Bertubin, wake up.
There we go.
Come forward. Go ahead, would you announce the case, Mr. Notes?
Judge, it's 23 CF 235. Judge, the state's made an offer and we're not in a position at this point to be able to accept it. I suggested to her to leave it set for docket day.
Okay. Very good. Hold continues for docket day. Do we anticipate a resolution or?
Judge, I anticipate a plea. It's just, we just got to figure out the exact amount of time of the sentence.
Okay, so that will be next Monday, the 19th of June at 9 a.m.
Judge, the next case that's on the docket is Brittany Bonnie, 22 CF 1571. Judge, that case needs to be moved to Wednesday's docket. She's since picked up a new charge, and so she's incarcerated.
Okay, very good.
I expect a resolution.
So we'll continue this until 6/14. So we'll come back on Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Judge, the next case I have is Brooke Nicole Davis, 23 CF 757. Judge, I was just appointed on June 5th to her case. I've had no contact with her. Maybe if we could leave it set for the 14th, the state's going to email me an offer, and then I will attempt to see where she's at.
You talking about August 14th?
No, sir, I'm talking about, no, I'm sorry, Judge. I meant the 19th.
Okay, so come back on docket day. That's fine. The docket day 6/19 at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Do we have waivers?
Judge, I just got appointed. I've never met this lady, so.
Was she ordered to be here?
Judge, I don't know.
Who's handling this for the
Actually, I think I do know, Judge. I think I remember that Friday, the 9th, I got an email that appeared to have been mailed from the clerk's office to her. But that was Friday. I don't know that she would have gotten it. I mean, that was this past Friday. Because I remember thinking that's.
Well, I don't have a problem not issuing a KP. There's a little bit of confusion, but the problem is she's not here for me to order her to be here on docket day, and I don't know how we make sure we can get her in the system.
Judge, I completely understand that, but I don't necessarily know that this time is her fault.
Yeah.
If the notice wasn't mailed until 3 days ago, over the weekend.
Think we can run her down by the next week?
Judge, I'm gonna try to, I mean.
Okay. Let's just continue it to docket day at 9 a.m. and we'll see what we can do. You'll have to kind of re-explain to me if she's not here or whatever. Fine.
I will, Your Honor. The next case is Karen Heiler. Judge, we finally got, that's 22 CF 658. We've got deposition scheduled for July 13th, so we're asking to continue that.
Very good. We'll continue to 8/14 at 9 a.m.
August 14th?
Yes, that's the next one.
And then the last case, well, my last case is Jeff Rupert. Mr. Rupert. Judge, if we could approach briefly on Mr. Rupert's case.
Bad Boys Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south.
In the safe order versus Jeff Rupert, again, that case number is 22 CF 2777. At the last pretrial conference, Mr. Rupert was not here. Defense counsel was letting the court know that he was sick and that he would be here at the next pretrial conference. Your Honor, Mr. Rupert is not here today. He has not contacted the state attorney's office or the court. And the defense counsel has let the court know that he has no information about Mr. Rupert's whereabouts. Your Honor, the state is requesting KPS.
Judge, more or less that's correct, except for that he indicated the last pretrial when he did contact my office that he was very sick in Kentucky. But I've not had any contact with him since then, and I've tried to reach out to him at the number he called us from.
And court will grant the issuance of a KPS. No problem at this point.
Judge, there's one other case that is not mine, but it's Adrian Middleton's case. It's the client's name is Peter Holland. It's 21 CF. He's got 3 cases: 21 CF 2117, 2167, and 2203. It's my understanding that Mr. Holland is still hospitalized in the state of Washington, and he's asked me to ask for 1 more continuance.
Your Honor, that's the state's understanding too, is that he's out of state in treatment.
Court will grant the continuance to 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Thank you. I'm trying to read the attorney's handwriting and I can't read it. What came up this for Mr. Keach? About Mr. Keach.
Judge, that may have been Mr. Patel. He didn't realize that someone else was
We are,
signing it.
Patel's already been up.
But he signed in twice. I know he was right above me. And then
He didn't, this is not Patel.
Okay.
Come on, Mr. Keach, you can come up. We'll go through the attorneys if you're, obviously we'll find you. We're trying to go in order.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, first case is on the docket of the State of Florida versus Christopher Paul Berry, 2019 CF 1265, and also 2019 CF 1466. Judge, we're going to be moving for a continuance to the next pretrial. We did conduct a round of depositions since the last time we were before the court. However, some of the witnesses were unavailable. We've also received some additional discovery. I believe that our deposition date that we have scheduled for the next round is August 3rd. I confirmed that with the state last week. So if we can move it to the 14th so we can complete those depositions.
So will that complete the deposition?
If the people who...
There's always unexpected stuff that comes up.
Assuming everyone is served and appears after service, then that should complete them, yes, sir.
Okay. Very good, because these are, I know there's some history here. But,
that's correct.
Go back. So we'll state?
What Mr. Teach stated to the court is accurate, Your Honor. We do understand this case is old. It is a large trafficking case, Your Honor. It's a complex situation. So yes, their depositions do need to be completed prior to the trial. We're requesting a continuance for that reason.
Okay. Court will continue this. Hopefully we can get the discovery completed so that Mr. Berry will have his day in court.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
And that is August 14th, correct?
August 14th, correct. August 14th, 9 a.m. is the next.
Thank you. Judge, next on the docket would be State of Florida versus Jennifer Diaz, 23 CF 516. There should also be a second case, which is 2023 CF 660. There may be some confusion.
What's the case? The second case number?
660. She has two cases. One of them
That's also a 23 case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have that one down.
I believe what happened was the 660 case was transferred to Judge Brown's division and then transferred back here, and it skewed some of the court notices and the dates. Ms. Diaz, Judge, I haven't had any contact with Ms. Diaz in a few weeks. I don't have any information as to why she didn't appear unless she was confused based on the transfer of the cases to the division. So I'm here on Wednesday the 14th for the inmates. I would ask the court if we could set that for a status update so I can try to reach out to her with the three numbers I have before we issue a capias, try to track her down.
Your Honor, given the transfer of the cases and confusion of what division each case might be in, I think that's fair. And I will be here if the court's okay with seeing a non-inmate on the inmate day.
So we'll continue this till the 14th, till Wednesday, 9 a.m. And we'll, hopefully you'll be able to contact her about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then
So
finally,
we'll kind of continue as far as the capias for today, depending on what happens for Wednesday.
Thank you. And then the last case I have on the court's docket today is State of Florida versus Dennis Hunter. Mr. Hunter is present, coming before the court. And Judge, in this matter, we have a written offer of plea to tender to the court if I may approach.
Amen. Would you please announce the plea?
Yes, sir. Mr. Hunter is coming before the court in 23 CF 450. He's charged with 1 count of felony driving while license suspended or revoked. He is tendering a plea of no contest to that 1 count information. The agreed upon sentence would be he be adjudicated guilty, sentenced to credit for time served. There will be no probation to follow. His fines, costs, and fees, which would be $650 fines and court costs and $150 legal assistance fee, would be payable to the clerk within 90 days. Is that the agreement of the state?
It is. I do have the score sheet. This is not a downward departure. May I approach?
May.
No objections to the score sheet.
Very good. Mr. Hunter, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, and you got fees and costs. So pretty straightforward. The fees and costs due are payable within 90 days, if not, it goes to, okay. You understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're waiving the right to go to a trial, you got a right to do that. Believe this is in your best interest. You've gone over it with your attorney, make sure you understand all the legal ins and outs of this. I do see that you've signed the plea agreement, I assume you've read it, gone over it with Mr. Keach. Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea and the adjudication of, sentence you an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served with the fees and costs that are contained in this. You got 30 days to appeal it, although I don't know why you'd want to. Thank you. Have a good day.
That's all I have, Judge. Maybe excuse me.
No, thank you. Okay. Mr. Matt, we don't have the who signed up when, so I'll just kind of go through it. Mr. Madden?
Good morning, Your Honor. John Madden here on behalf of Robert Daniels.
Hold on just a second.
He's got 2 cases on your docket.
I just got it. Yes, sir.
We've been in negotiations with the state.
Did you announce the case number?
I will, Your Honor.
It's 21 CF 2593 and 23 CF 565. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We've been in negotiations with the state on a way to try to get both of these cases wrapped up all together. So we're still in the midst of that. We would ask the court for a continuance in this case to try to get that done before the next time around.
I mean, if you're working on a final plea, we can come back on docket day next week, and if you tell me we're not ready,
I don't think we'll be ready that quickly, Your Honor.
Okay.
I said we're
You
working
need
on
to go to
it.
another cycle?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. We'll continue to 8/14. Let me just ask this, will this be a last continuance?
I would think so, Judge.
Okay. So we'll make a note of that, and if not, we can have this day in court.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Continue at 9/14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Is Ms. Dudley here? Ms. Dudley? Didn't see you come back in. I got you.
I believe the first case I have is Todd Adams.
Correct.
And 22 CF 1584. I believe we'll just set some more discovery Friday. I have not had a chance to download it. And we are in the process of trying to get deposition dates. That's for one type of continuance.
I'm sorry, Ms. Dudley, I don't think I heard that.
Todd Adams.
Okay.
You think you'll be able to complete discovery, or is this going to be the last continuance, you think?
I don't know. It's a lot of charges. I don't know if it's going to be last one or not, Your Honor.
Steve?
Your Honor, we are checking with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to see if we're going to get that lab report soon. I believe I will check again and let Ms. Dudley know the status of that. I believe this is one of the cases that was actually assigned to an analyst. We just don't have a report yet. I will confirm that. I know she has discovery, and I know that she just got a good amount of photos that were previously not in the evidence.com case that she got. So
Court will continue until 8/14 and 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. The next case I have is Crystal Andis Kennedy. This one, 22 CF 2528. On this one, we were waiting for the second lab report. So we got the one for the drugs. This was a 0 blow. We're waiting for the lab report for the urine. I believe the last cycle, the state said that urine they had just sent it off. So I don't know if they have a report for that yet.
Your Honor, that is correct. We did get an FDA report for the drugs. The urine had to be sent separately. I do know that's at Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and hopefully a report will be coming soon on the urine. Your Honor, we have recently gotten a large batch of reports, so I know that they are working through the backlog. I can represent that to the court.
Okay, we'll continue to stage 14, and if you all do get the report and that enables you to resolve it, we can get it on a miscellaneous date in the interim. If not, hopefully we'll either move to trial or a resolution by the next court.
My intent in all those cases, I was waiting for discovery so I could get depot set. That's kind of where we are in most of these.
I understand.
Yes, sir.
You gotta wait, see where things are ready.
The next case I have is Marcus Brantley, is 21 CF 2641. I am waiting on the evaluation. I think this evaluation is tomorrow.
And the reason why I was asking about it, the only reason I'm even asking about that case is that it says it's filed September of last year. So
yes, sir.
We're moving in on these.
Are we, Mr. Brantley's case, is that? Oh,
Candace Kennedy.
Candace Kennedy. Yes, Your Honor, the hearing on that case had to be set separately, and that's the holdup, but I know they are working for a backlog.
Go ahead, Ms. Dunn, it's not your fault.
Yes, sir. On Mr. Brantley's case, Your Honor, I do have an evaluation. I believe it's scheduled for tomorrow for him. And then also, I asked for deposition date. I believe the previous attorney did do depositions on most of the witnesses, but we still needed depositions on the case officer. So if we can get one cycle continuous, hopefully we can get that done before August 8th.
Continue to 8/14 and 9.
The next case is Kelly Floyd, Your Honor. This is one of a couple of, I think it's maybe the second or third cycle on this one. I believe we have now gotten all the discovery. It's 23 CF 378 and 23 CF 380. I have contacted the state and just waiting for deposition dates on these cases. And I expect if I move after that.
It's a relatively recent case. We'll continue this to 8/14, 9/8.
The next one is Siobhan Coward. I believe we just got the report last week, and I'm waiting for deposition dates from the state.
And Sharpless.
I'm sorry,
She said they're waiting for deposition dates from the state. I just want to make sure that.
This is the one where we're trying to get depositions in?
yes, and I did ask Ms. Boohall to get Ms. Dudley some deposition dates, but I think that was late Friday. So hopefully today she'll respond with some deposition.
We'll continue that to 8/14 and 9/8.
The next case I have, Your Honor, is Plea. I am getting transcripts from the depots we've done. We've done maybe a couple rounds of depositions. This is a full case.
Yes.
And I'm also in the process of getting updated witness info. I don't know, state updated witness information. I don't know if the state is intending on providing any updated addresses for the other witnesses.
I've provided the addresses,
Yeah.
I know. There was some talk about a potential defense witness endorsement as well. I'm anticipating Ms. Dudley is going to ask for a deposition. I do think that's appropriate. I don't have an objection.
For continuance.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so we just want to.
Keep one cycle, Your Honor, and then hopefully we'll be ready to.
Are you ready this time to announce the last continuance?
So I was actually about to say that based on, I guess, some of the witnesses' attitudes and during some of the depositions, I would anticipate potentially the need to domesticate out-of-state subpoenas. That could take time. So Ms. Dudley, to the extent it looks like we're going to be ready to go, if you can just let me know.
Okay, we'll have to talk about it, Your Honor. What a lot of the witnesses are now obviously out of state. It's been 15 years, I believe. Some of the witnesses are out of state. Some maybe were served, not served. So that's been an issue going on with this case. We may have an address, they may have a phone number, and as soon as we do subpoena, that's something along the ballot. Or they do come to us depot via Zoom, and there was an incident with one of the witnesses. But if we just do it one cycle, then maybe we can talk about it before then and kind of see when we can set up for trial.
Okay. So we started with the date. You know, we're trying to at least announce the last so we don't have a target.
Yes, sir.
We can either.
And I do think we're
I understand
getting.
y'all did very good, and these are complicated cases, and I understand that, but, well, you know, I guess, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Hopefully next time we can announce last continuance and be ready to go with the following cycle.
Sounds good.
And the last case I have is Nazir Wright. It's 23 CF 321. I believe Ms. Sharpless just took over this case, and we're gonna seek to set depositions on it.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor, this is, Mr. Wright is in with a batch of co-defendants, which they just did a notice of appearance for me for that reason, so.
Okay,
Ms. Dudley
this is a
and I-
relatively recent case. We'll continue to 8/14.
I believe that's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. We've been going pretty hard this morning. Let me take just a short break and we'll get the attorneys that we have left and we'll finish this up. It'll be a very short break, 10 minutes.
All rise, please.
At the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at DaysTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
That Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at DaysTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning, so come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ.
I can try.
All rise, please. The court is back in session.
Okay. Ms. Harris.
Your Honor, my colleagues kindly pointed out that I should print my name since apparently I do not know how to write.
That's right. That, unfortunately, that is a common malady.
I've received some good advice, which is to always print. Thank you, Your Honor. I represent Alice Harris. I represent Jamal Carter in case 23 CF 3121.
I think it's 22.
Oh, it is 22. I apologize. The case has been continued once before. I believe we're going to. There is a waiver. Your Honor, I'd like to set this for potential resolution on July 10th. There's just a little bit more information I need to acquire from the discovery. And once we get that, I believe the state won't object to that. Miscellaneous docket.
Yeah, Your Honor, I think that miscellaneous day is July 11th.
I said 10th. I apologize. It is 11th. Looking at it.
Okay.
If we can do that, I believe it will be resolved then, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. We'll continue to July 11th at 9 a.m. Okay. Anything else? I think that's all you got today.
That is all I have, Your Honor. I will put it down on the schedule and see you back there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Hunter. Good morning, Judge. Good morning. May I approach? You may. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. State, anything we need to do with this, the deferred prosecution? Why don't you go ahead and let's see. This is case number 23 CF 592.
Your Honor, nothing further the court needs to do today. Mr. Dennis just needs to turn in the things within the 3-month period, and then the case will be dismissed.
We're going to pay costs today, Judge. And the state, I did want to put on record because it's going to be a little unusual. The state has agreed when we, if need be, for at least part of those hours. Little background. His mother and my wife are closest friends, and he's going to do some of his service hours with my 17-year-old with the Eagle Scout project in Daphne in Baldwin County. So the state has agreed that they will allow me to certify some of those hours if need be. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Judge. Have a good day. You too. Mr. Woods.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Greg Woods here on behalf of Jared Granados, case 2022-1643. There's a waiver of his appearance contained in the court file. And Your Honor, on this case, we have a motion to dismiss that has been filed that needs to be heard.
Is it scheduled?
It is scheduled, Your Honor. I do believe we have about a month out on it.
Okay. So why don't we just go ahead and continue it until 8/14, basically just as a stopgap date. Motion to dismiss may resolve it. If not, we'll go to the next cycle and hopefully move to get some other type of resolution as we go forward. Correct?
Indeed, Your Honor.
Good?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Your Honor, I have one other case that I'm covering for Brandon Morris. In the case, the young man's name is Jacob Butler.
Hold on a second. Who's the attorney, Morris?
Brandon Morris.
Got it.
And Brandon's message to me was that there was depositions scheduled that were canceled because of some discovery issues, and he's anticipating having the discovery issues resolved, and he just needs another continuance.
That's without objection, Your Honor. We did get Mr. Morris the discovery, and we're processing getting those depots reset, so it is moving forward.
I assume there's a waiver file.
That's my understanding.
That I don't know.
Is that your understanding, counsel?
That's my understanding.
Okay. We'll continue this to 8/14 at 9 a.m.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. I have nothing further before the court.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Have a good day.
Good to see you. Yes, sir. Mr. Catalina.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, sir. Your Honor, the first case that I have is number 48 on page 13 of the docket. I'm not sure if you have the same one. It's Scott Wiley Altilio. A-L-T-I-L-I-O.
Got it. Thank you.
Your Honor, it's the first time up on that one where we need to schedule depots. We haven't scheduled them yet, but we should be done this week. Could we have a continuance? I'm sure there's no objection in the state.
This is the fired time continuing to 8/14?
Yes, sir.
At 9 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
And I assume there's a waiver on file?
Yes.
Okay.
The next one that I have, Your Honor, is Ryan Patrick Asbury, A-S-B-U-R-Y, case number 23 CF465. Your Honor, we need a 1 month, we need a continuance if we can set it for 8/14. Discovery hasn't been completed on that case.
Okay. Would that be a last?
Yes, sir.
Straightforward case?
Yes, sir.
Now it's the last continuance, continuing to 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. The next case is Brian John Foster, F-O-S-T-E-R, case number 22 CF 1819. We have depo set for June 23, Your Honor. I'm asking for a continuance to 8/14.
No objection, Your Honor. And to clarify, he said this is for the purpose of doing depositions, correct?
Correct, and the depots are set for 6/23.
Great, no objection, thank you.
Okay. Have a waiver, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm just looking at, just FYI, and I'll continue. You did announce, you guys announced the last.
Yes.
This is really the last continuance.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm trying to hold you guys, you know, we're trying to get, I know y'all are trying to work it, and I'm trying to balance it, not be unreasonable.
Yes, Judge.
What can I do? I mean, with that, you know, you got the new beard on there, and styling on this. Okay, so we'll come back on 8/14, but I am going to ask the clerk to put in the court files. This will be the last continuance.
Judge, yes, sir.
Thank you.
The next one, the last one that I have, Your Honor, is Dalton David Kitsan. It's the first time up. It's spelled Kitzan. Case number 23 CF 882, Your Honor. It's a 417 arrest. We're asking for continuance.
It's a new file. We'll continue to 8/14.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Griffith.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Griffith.
I represent Shamal Roach, and I do have a waiver in the file.
Thank you.
On this case, Judge, I was taking depositions with Mr. Rogers on Friday, and we agreed if we could have one last continuance to your August date, then we would have this resolved. I know it's an old case, but
And you said last time that was your last.
I thought it would be.
It's accurate, Judge. I don't have an objection. I'm confident this case will either be plea or trial next cycle. So.
Very good. We'll continue it, but I will put in the court file again. This is really last.
Write it in red.
Okay. Thank you. We'll continue to 8/14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your courtesy.
Thank
Good
you.
to see
Have a
you.
good day. Mr. Powell.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning. Good morning. One second, let me pull yourself.
22 CF 7, 1075 and 1076, Judge. Bonavista.
I've got Bautista.
Bautista, yeah.
Is that okay?
We need to approach that, Judge.
Sure. So this is 22 CF 1075 and 20.
Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating.
The court will continue these two cases until 8:14 at 9 a.m. in the next session.
And Your Honor, if I can have Mr. Powell contact my office either this week or at the very latest by the end of next week to try to get those deposition dates set up, because I am going to have to do a TUI request to the federal government to depose DEA agents.
Mr. Powell, are you handling one for Dixie?
I am, Judge. Janet Foster, 23 CF 709. First time up. There's a waiver on file. We'd like to pass it. There's a lot of moving parts on this case, I think.
Okay. State.
No objection, Your Honor. Is she not still in custody? I guess not, because she's having this docket.
She's on this docket. She shouldn't be in custody.
Okay.
We checked everybody on this docket if they're in custody, and hopefully everybody on this docket today was clean. We pushed them to Wednesday if it was on.
All I know is we got to wait.
Do you know whether she's in or out?
I just know there's a lot of.
If there's a waiver.
A lot of facts and a waiver.
You good with the continuance?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
That's all.
That's all you got. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Mr. Stewart.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
May it please the court, Brad Stewart, present. Judge, I have one client on the court's docket. There's a waiver on file, Jesse DeBoard. Judge, this is 22 CF 908, excuse me. We're requesting final continuance to the 814 docket, Judge. We have one final deposition of a minor child that is set for July 24th. That should conclude all the discovery matters, and we should be able to resolve or bring this case in for a plea 1 or 2.
So you're announcing last continuance state okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry.
Okay, so we'll continue this to 8:14, 9 a.m. And if the clerk would please note in the minutes, this will be the last one.
Your Honor, I'm also covering for Mr. Jeff Tony. He has one client on the docket. There is a waiver on file. He's simply requesting to leave this on for docket day for a plea.
Okay. Very good. We'll continue this. Not continue. We'll just set it on docket day at 9 a.m. for 6/19.
That was Jeff Tony, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
This is Mr. Tony's case.
Yes, so we just want to double check we had that correct. It does need to be resolved. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there was a last announcement. That makes sense that this be a resolution on document.
Sounds good, Judge.
Okay. Very good.
Your Honor, that's all I have. Maybe excuse.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart.
Thank you.
Okay. That's all the private attorneys. Let's go real quick through everything and make sure we're. Okay. So for some reason, Mr. Harper, you got stuck, one of your cases got stuck in the front part of my docket. So I'm going to call you first, and then we'll do some that have no attorneys and see where that's at before we do all of the rest of your cases. Which case is that, Judge? Ferguson? Okay, I can do justice. Ferguson. Case President Ferguson.
Judge, I show him as number 121 on the docket.
Right. Well, I've got number 48.
Judge,
Hold on a second, let me make sure that we don't have two cases. Okay, just the one case.
Judge, he's before the court on 23 CF 445. I'm not certain if the state has copies of the alleged victim's request to drop the charges in this matter, but I'd like to leave this set for clear continued. I think this is the first time up. And if we're able to substantiate that the victim does not want to proceed and the state is amenable to that as a resolution, then we might be able to resolve this cycle.
One moment, Judge. I'm still looking for it because I looked for it at the front of the docket, and now I'm looking. Are you looking for one moment? That's it. If we want to leave it set for docket day, that'd be fine, Your Honor.
Well, leave it for docket day or continuance to the next cycle?
So if we're going to leave this up for docket day, in an abundance of caution, my client's asking for a motion to modify the conditions of bond, and I'll notice it for that particular date as well. The victim spoke with me this morning and is asking for no violent contact.
And are we, Your Honor, setting it for docket day with subpoenas?
No subpoenas would be, there would be no subpoenas. Docket day is just kind of preparing for trial, which we're really using it for to more like a miscellaneous kind of see where we're going. But
yes, sir.
We're not going to be ready for trial. There could be a resolution.
Yes, sir.
It'll be docket day at 9 a.m., which is 6/19, which is next Monday, 9 a.m. And we'll figure out where we're going with this. So I have just a few cases that are listed as having no attorneys. And let me, there haven't been any that have made notices of appearance in things.
Your Honor, if you'd like to call Mr. Justin Hammond, he is not represented, and I do have a resolution that he's done.
Okay. Very good.
Sir,
why don't you go ahead and announce the case, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. This is case number 462-461, State versus Justin Hammond. Your Honor, we have worked out a plea agreement in this case. It is not a downward departure. I do have a score sheet available. Would you like me to go through the plea agreement?
Please.
It's a plea as charged, adjudication withheld, 3 years probation, restitution amount of $1,708.16. 1 second. Court costs in the amount of $518. No trespassing at any Walmart. Cost of investigation amount of $91.40. Anti-theft course and maintain gainful employment.
You hand me the plea agreement and then. Thank you.
Sir, you need to back this. And as an aside, Your Honor, Mr. Hammond is recovering well. He is the defendant who was not able to show up because he had an accident last court day.
Mr. Hammond, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hammond, I just need to ask you a few questions. I know you're not represented by an attorney. You do have the right to have an attorney if you can't afford one, but you're choosing to proceed to a resolution without that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I see that you have signed the, what's titled sentence recommendation. Is really a plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
And the first thing I want to make sure and ask you is, have you read through this closely?
Yes, sir.
And you believe that even though you're not a lawyer, you basically understand what's contained in there is sufficient where you can enter a plea here today?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. And although it's a probationary plea, it does have other issues. There'll be a withhold of adjudication, and court costs, etc., that are very important. And you are waiving some valuable legal rights by entering into this plea. The main one is the right to go to a trial, right to contest this, right to force the state to prove their case, etc. Do you believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Why do you believe it's in your best interest?
It's going to expedite the process for me, allow me to relocate to Alabama.
You got to go through certain steps when you do that. Make sure to communicate with probation and figure out how to do that.
Yes, sir.
So, very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea agreement on the grand theft, less than $5,000, and sentence you to 3 years probation. There'll be a withhold of adjudication. There'll be $1,708 in restitution to Walmart, and court costs, no trespassing at any Walmart, and a theft course, and maintain employment. The most important thing I would suggest to you is to make sure and stay in good contact with your probation officer. One,
Yes,
so
sir.
they can go over all this with you. Secondly, you can make sure and stay in touch. And do this.
Yes,
Half
sir.
the people that enter on probation violate end up going to jail. I want you to be successful. That means, to start with, make your probation officer your new best friend.
She already is.
Okay, good. Okay, counsel, for the
Your Honor, I do think there was a term I didn't hear you say. There's a minimum amount due every month.
Okay.
Bottom of the first page.
I didn't say it because I didn't slide down my eyes and look at the bottom. So on your restitution, what's contained in the plea agreement is you've got a total amount, but you got to pay a certain amount each month.
That
A
is
little less
correct.
than $50. Understand that? If you didn't pay that, you could end up being violated.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So check in with probation. They'll also give you the ins and outs of what you need to do to possibly transfer if you're trying to get out to Alabama and have them cover the probation.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
I need to get 30 days. 30 days.
Also, not to give you a hard time, if you come to court next time, you gotta wear long pants. Okay?
Yes, sir.
It's a basic thing, you gotta. If I gotta wear this, you gotta wear long pants. That's the deal. Okay, so let me speak out and call some folks to see if they're here without an attorney. So Mr. Noah Brennan here. Would you come forward? Okay, state with the state now.
Yes, Your Honor, this is 22 CF 2975. Your Honor,
Why doesn't Mr. Brennan have an attorney?
Your Honor, my notes reflect that Mr. Brennan had previously come to court and stated that he was going to be speaking with an attorney that he was intending to retain. I don't know if that's been done or not.
I haven't done nothing, Your Honor. This is the first day I've been off since the last time I've seen you. I mean, I've got today off, tomorrow off, but I need to get this stuff taken care of ASAP. I mean, last time we talked about 4 years.
I understand how important it is to do your work and everything.
Yes, sir. I mean, I got 2 jobs right now. I got full-time management, and I'm helping my dad.
Brandon, I appreciate that, but you gotta take care of your criminal charges. You got a felony charge against you, it's very serious, and might put you in jail. And so.
And I know this is already
prioritize.
my 4th time being up here, and I don't really need to keep coming to see you, right? I mean, I need to get this stuff taken care of. I mean, I have tomorrow off, and I can talk to some people around the room or get some cards, but I need to get this taken care of ASAP. And then I heard from some of my buddies that the
So are you still planning to hire private counsel?
I'm gonna go right now as soon as I get out of here.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna go like right now. As soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna go talk to a public defender or an attorney or whoever I see first.
Yeah.
I mean, I can request.
If you're gonna seek a private attorney, that's up to you.
Is that just
you
like?
don't have any, listen to me, that doesn't have anything to do with us. If you believe you cannot afford one,
I got the money right now.
then, okay, well then you can't have a public defender anyway.
Well, okay.
So you gotta hire a private attorney.
Okay,
Go out and find one. There's all kinds of, there were about a dozen here that could have picked up your case today.
I just didn't. I mean,
You gotta take their names down to all of them.
I've been collecting business cards.
Okay, very good. So I'm gonna continue this. Hate to continue the full cycle, but I don't really know what else to do at this point. You either need an attorney or we're proceeding without you next time.
Yes, sir. 100%.
You know what they say about people who come to court without attorneys?
Slackers.
You know, they say they have a fool for a client when people who represent themselves. In other words, it's important for you. You don't want to be here without an attorney.
No, sir.
And I want to give you a chance to have an attorney. That's a fundamental thing in our criminal justice system.
Yes, sir.
And I mean that in all sincerity. Go out and get one. Get it done. I appreciate you working hard, but get this done.
I need to.
8:14, 9 a.m.
8:14, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kane Fuller. The state announce.
Yes, Your Honor, this is. Sorry, I had it. This is 23 CF 316. I do not see Mr. Kane Fuller approaching the podium. If he's here, he does need to come to the podium.
Already announced it. State?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a KPS. Is Mr. Kane Fuller's not here?
Order of KPS.
Thank you.
Is Mr. Luis Figueroa here?
Your Honor, I've been speaking with Mr. Figueroa. I'm surprised that he's not here, considering we've been in good contact. Offered Mr. Figueroa PTI, and he agreed to do that. I'm concerned that he may have, I know that we forwarded him documentation and instructed him to get in touch with probation. I'm concerned that maybe he didn't think that he had to come to court today. It would be my intention to contact him, let him know he needs to show up for docket day. So it is a PTI with a plea, so I intend to have plea paperwork ready to go on docket
So
day.
we'll continue this, thank you, ma'am. We'll continue this to docket day for a plea. And if you can try and assist in contacting and getting him here, that'd be great.
I will.
Thank you very much. That's 619 at 9. Mr. David Golden.
He's represented by my office, Your Honor.
Okay. You want to
take him now?
Okay.
There's Mr. Golden coming up.
Do you have, does the clerk have that, the appearance by the fees?
It happened rather late, Your Honor.
That's all right, that's all right. I just wanted to make sure that the file reflected it so that. Go ahead.
Your Honor. Mr. Golden and I talked this morning. The state made sure to try and get me discovery. Unfortunately, I don't have it as of yet.
Right.
If we can continue Mr. Golden's case, that way I can get discovery, we can meet, go over it, detail, and go from there, Your Honor.
Very good. This is a recent case. The court will continue to the next cycle, which is 8:14 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, stay in good contact with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Chad Gray. Chad Gray. State.
Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF430. I do not see Mr. Gray present or making his way to the podium. At this time, I would seek the capias.
For issue a no bond capias.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Eddie Meadows. Eddie Meadows. State.
Your Honor, this is case number 21 CF542. I do not see Mr. Meadows in the courtroom. He's not approaching the podium. I would seek a capias at this time.
Court will issue a no bond capias. Okay, so that's all we've got. So Mr. Harper, you want to come forward and we'll see, we got about 50. You want to try and do a few before noon, and then we'll take the rest up at 1:30.
Yes, sir. William Adams is present approaching. He's number 110 on the docket, Judge. Okay. He's before the court on 22 CF 3033. Judge, I've spoken with the state, and their recommendation in this case is some substance abuse treatment, specifically Keating. I'm going to have Mr. Adams meet with a person to screen him for Keating. I'd ask for a full cycle continuance to allow for that to happen.
Your Honor, that is accurate, and that the state doesn't oppose a continuance for that reason.
We'll continue this in the next cycle at 8:14 at 9 a.m. Thank you.
The next one, Judge, is Diamond Atkinson. She is present. She is before the court on 23 CF 932. Judge, this is the first time up. She's got a DCF case that's also pending. I'm going to ask to bring her back for plea or continue, primarily for the purposes of a modification of her bond on docket day. Right now, she has no contact with her co-defendant, who's also got a DCF case, and apparently that's complicating her DCF case, so I'd like to have that issue addressed on docket day.
Okay. State.
Without objection, Your Honor, but we certainly are going to have concerns about any DCF contact with that child, so I'll get an update from DCF before then as well.
I would appreciate it.
And Judge, that'd be June 19th?
June 19th, sorry. June 19th at 9 a.m. Thank you.
The next one I have, Judge, is Jeremy Bess. He is present and approaching. He's before the court on 20 CF 106 and 23 CF 614. Judge, his primary case, as well as his VOP, arise from a driving issue. He is in the process of getting his license reinstated. He's got DUI class that's pending, and he should be eligible for a license shortly. I'm asking for one cycle continuance to get him the opportunity to present himself in court with a license, and then we will resolve this case on the next court date.
Your Honor, that's the state's understanding as well.
Very good. The court will continue this for a full cycle to 8:14 at 9 a.m. You think you'll be able to get that all taken care of by then?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
The next one I have, Judge, is Mauricio Bonilla. He is number 113 on the docket. He's present and approaching. He's before the court on 22 CF 1558. Judge, we're going to ask to continue this for the purpose of doing the depo of the victim in this case. I think it might be a little bit problematic getting the victim. I think she might be out of state, but I'll ask for one continuance to give time for that deposition to occur.
Why is it taking a year?
Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Mr. Harper's had this case for its whole.
I think I've had this for maybe a cycle and a half or 2 cycles, Judge.
So the prior counsel. Well, can't speak to that.
I won't
you wouldn't want to anyway.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like Mr., oh my gosh, sorry, Mr. Harper. Mr. Harper was just appointed on March the 2nd.
So, do you think we're going to be able to get depositions set for this out of state?
Your Honor, Mr. Harper made me aware of some issues that we need to reach out to the victim for. I have asked the victim advocate to reach out to her and give us good contact information. Once the victim advocate is able to do that, we will 100% set the deposition, and I hope that will be before next cycle.
Okay. Very good. So we'll come back 8/14 at 9 a.m. Okay? Stay in touch with your attorney in the interim.
The next one, Judge, is Vera Carroll.
Correct.
Judge, if you could pass Ms. Carroll, I haven't seen her this morning.
Okay, we'll pass her.
Pass her case.
Jonathan Cook.
Jonathan Cook will be the next one. Judge, if you could pass Mr. Cook's case, I did see him earlier. He might have just stepped out. If I can call Stacy Crowley next. She is president of Corrections. She's before the court on 22 CF 656. Judge, can we approach on this case?
You may.
Premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till
Next week, 6/19 at 9 a.m. Just stay in touch with your attorney, ma'am, okay?
Next one I have, Judge, is Sherry Dorgan. She is president approaching. She's before the court on 22 CF 2280. Judge, we did depositions in this matter that I think were fairly illuminating. I've got some reciprocal discovery. Ms. Dorgan is in the process of providing me. I've spoken with the state. I think once the state is in receipt of those, of that reciprocal discovery, based on the depositions, this case should resolve itself. I'd ask for one cycle continuance to get that information to the state judge.
State?
That's my understanding as well, Your Honor.
Can we, this will be the last continuance?
This can be the last
I think that's fine, Judge.
We'll continue until 8/14 at 9 a.m. And the court would ask the clerk to note in the minutes that it will be the last continuance. Thank you.
Next one I have, Judge, is Miranda Fair. She's before the court on 22 CF 3146. May I have just a moment, Judge? Judge, I've advised Ms. Fair that she really needs to make an appointment with me so we can talk about this case. I'd ask for a full cycle continuance.
State?
Your Honor, if he needs the continuance, the state's not opposed.
Is there any reason why this shouldn't be the last continuance?
I'm not opposed to clear trial next cycle, Judge.
So, Ms. Fair, you need to stay in good contact with your attorney and move toward resolution.
Yes, sir.
What the court just ruled, I'll continue it till the next cycle, which is 2 months from now. Plenty of time. these things need to be resolved, well, we'll go to trial, that's fine. You have a right to go to trial, and we'll set it up. But it's gonna be happening next cycle, so stay in good the key is stay in good contact with your attorney, okay?
Judge, the next one that I have is Trayvon Fitzgerald.
And Judge, can I get that date one more time?
The prior?
Yes.
It was a full cycle, 8/14 and 9.
Thank you.
8/14.
Judge, this is Mr. Fitzgerald. He's before the court on 23 CF 560, 23 CF 611. Judge, I believe this is the first time up. I'm providing my contact information, Mr. Fitzgerald. I'd ask for a continuance so that we can receive discovery and go forward in this case.
Very good. The court will continue it. This is the first cycle to 8/14 at 9 a.m. Stay in contact with your attorney now, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
The next one I have, Judge, is Dennis Foster. He is present and approaching. He's before the court on 22 CF 813 and 22 CF 2087. Judge, if we can bring Mr. Foster back on docket day, there's an issue. He's got some significant medical matters. He's got an ankle monitor, and apparently he's not able to proceed forward to surgery because that's apparently a complicating factor with the machinery in the operating room. I'm going to ask the modified condition of his bond to remove the ankle monitor on docket day, if possible, but this case is also getting a little bit older in the tooth. I'd like to be able to resolve it this cycle as well. So if we can just keep it on status and see if he's actually going to proceed forward to surgery in the foreseeable future. If he is not, then we can go to trial this cycle. Otherwise, I might be asking to continue on docket day.
Counsel, please stay.
Your Honor, I'm fine with continuing it. I do believe Mr. Harper's going to have to file a motion to modify the bond and remove that ankle monitor. The state, of course, is going to be opposed. I have spoken with Mr. Harper. I did notice when I prepared this file, the prior offer wasn't appropriate. It wasn't consistent with the midman for fentanyl trafficking, so I did revoke that offer.
Is there an offer on the table?
It's a minimum mandatory prison sentence, Judge.
For the fentanyl trafficking.
And that's the offer that's on the table?
That is the offer that's on the table, Your Honor.
What is the midman?
Your Honor, I don't have it written down. However,
Okay.
we are visiting about that, and I will have it sent in writing to Mr. Harper.
Okay.
That happened late on Friday when I was reviewing for this docket, and I noticed it, so I wrote the offer right away because it wasn't consistent with the statute.
Well, hopefully stay in good contact with your attorney, figure out what's going on this week and about the ankle monitor and your surgery and this offer, and just make sure to stay in good contact, okay?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Next week, 9 a.m. 6/19 at 9 a.m.
Judge, if I can call Parker Berea next.
And this will be our last case for the morning, and we'll come back.
He's before the court on 20 CF 2010, 20 CF 2356, and 21 CF 2985. Judge, I've spoken with the state. I think we're agreeable to terms. If we can bring him back on docket day for a plea.
Okay. Come back on docket day at 9 a.m. for plea.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so we'll take a short recess for the noon hour. We'll reconvene at 1:30. 1:30. All rise, please.